The numbers don't lie. Auction prices are jumping, production lines are closing, and collectors are racing to buy. These 20 handguns are the next big spike, and missing them could be a costly mistake. Number 20, CZ75 series. Introduced in 1975, the CZ75 from Czechoslovakia became one of the most influential 9mm pistols ever made. Its all-steel frame, double-action design, and 16-round capacity set new standards for reliability and accuracy. Early models from the Uhersky Brod factory are now collector favorites. Auction data shows pre-1990 examples up 42% in value since 2021, with first-year models reaching $2,800. Rare variants like the CZ75 Champion and early compact editions trade at 60 to 80% premiums. With fewer than 300 verified originals left on major auction sites, demand continues to surge for this Cold War-era classic. Number 19, H&K VP Series. Heckler & Koch's VP70, introduced in 1970, was the world's first polymer-framed handgun. It used a striker-fired design and carried 18 rounds, decades ahead of its time. Production ended in 1984, making surviving units highly collectible. In 2014, H&K revived the series with the VP9, offering modern ergonomics and precision engineering. Early VP9 models with serial numbers below VP90010000 have risen 28% in value since 2022, while pristine VP70s now reach $4,500 at auction. Limited VP9 variants, including discontinued threaded barrel editions, have become sought-after investment pieces for collectors tracking H&K's innovative lineage. Number 18, Mauser C96 Broom Handle. Produced from 1896 to 1937, the Mauser C96 defined early semi-automatic pistol engineering. Its distinctive box magazine and 7.63 by 25 mm chambering made it instantly recognizable. Over 1 million were produced across Germany, Spain, and China. Pre-1900 factory-marked examples now sell for $8,500 to $15,000, with Chinese contract models up 36% in 5 years. The rare Red 9 German military variant commands 40 to 60% higher prices, especially when paired with its original wooden holster stock. Collectors' prize-matching serial numbers and authentic proof marks key details that separate common C96 pistols from truly elite, museum-worthy examples. Number 17, Tokarev TT-33. The Soviet Union adopted the Tokarev TT-33 inches 1933 as standard military issue. Chambered in 7.62 by 25 mm Tokarev, the pistol fed from an 8-round single-stack magazine. Production occurred at the Tula Arsenal, with later manufacturing spreading to facilities across Warsaw Pact nations. Distinctive features include the removable trigger group and the lack of a manual safety. Overall length measures 7.68 inches. Barrel length spans 4.57 inches. Weight reaches approximately 29 ounces. Import data shows that fewer than 12,000 original Soviet TT-33 pistols entered United States markets between 2015 and 2023. Chinese-type 54 variants, while more numerous, lack the collector appeal of Tula Arsenal markings. Recent sales data indicates original TT-33 models with clear Soviet proof marks trading at $650 to $1,200, representing a 44% increase from 2020 values. Romanian and Polish variants maintain lower price points but show similar appreciation trajectories. The combination of Cold War history and decreasing import availability drives sustained interest among military collectors. Number 16. Walther P-38. German armed forces adopted the Walther P-38 in 1938 as a replacement for the Luger P-8. The design featured a double-action trigger system and an 8-round magazine. Chambering in 9mm, parabellum became standard. Production codes, including AC, BIF, and SVW, identify manufacturing facilities and production years. Barrel length measures 4.9 inches. Overall dimensions reach 8.5 inches. Weight approximates 28 ounces, unloaded. World War II production examples with clear proof marks and matching serial numbers command $1,500 to $3,500, depending on condition and manufacturer codes. Pre-1945 examples in excellent mechanical condition have appreciated 32% since 2022. Post-war production under Allied supervision, marked with SVW codes, represents a distinct collecting category with values ranging from $800 to $1,800. Original holsters, cleaning rods, and documentation increase valuations by 20 to 35%. The Walther factory's reputation for precision machining and the pistol's service history across multiple conflicts sustain collector demand. Number 15. Browning High Power. John Browning's final pistol design reached production in 1935 through Fabrique Nationale in Belgium. The High Power holds 13 rounds of 9mm ammunition in a double-stack magazine. Barrel length measures 4.65 inches. Overall length reaches 7.75 inches. Weight approximates 32 ounces unloaded. FN discontinued production in 2017 after manufacturing more than 1 million units across 8 decades. Belgian-marked high powers from pre-1962 production show consistent appreciation, with examples in excellent condition reaching $1,800 to $3,200 at auction. Canadian-English production from World War II, particularly pistols with Chinese contract markings, command premiums of 50 to 90% over standard commercial models. The discontinuation announcement in 2017 triggered immediate market responses. Average selling prices increased 26% within 18 months. Serial number ranges below 100,000 represent the most sought examples among collectors. Original finish percentages above 90% add substantial premiums to base values. Number 14. Sig Sauer P-210. Sig introduced the P-210 in 1949, establishing new standards for pistol accuracy. Swiss military adoption followed in 1949. The design features a full-length slide rail system and a single-stack 8-round magazine chambered in 9mm. Barrel length measures 4.7 inches. Overall length spans 8.5 inches. Weight reaches approximately 33 ounces. Production occurred primarily at the Neuhausen facility in Switzerland. Original Swiss-made P-210 pistols, identifiable by specific proof marks and serial number ranges, achieved $3,500 to $6,500 at specialized auctions. The P-210-2 and P-210-6 variants represent the most collectible models, with appreciation rates of 38% over 5 years. German production models under Sig Sauer ownership, while mechanically excellent, trade at 30 to 40% below Swiss-made equivalents. The precision machining and hand-fitting processes used in Swiss production cannot be replicated at modern price points. Documented accuracy testing results, when available, add 15 to 25% to values. Number 13. Luger P-8. Georg Luger's toggle action design entered German military service in 1908. The pistol operates with a unique toggle lock mechanism and feeds from an 8-round magazine. Standard chambering in 9mm, parabellum became universal, though earlier models used 7.65mm. Barrel length on military models measures 4 inches. Artillery variants extend to 8 inches. Overall length on standard models reaches 8.75 inches. Auction records demonstrate consistent upward trends for verified German military Lugers. Examples with matching serial numbers and original finish achieve $2,500 to $8,500, depending on production year and condition. Artillery models with original stocks command $4,500 to $12,000. First World War production examples, particularly those with dated chambers and unit markings, show appreciation rates of 42% since 2020. Post-war commercial production and modern reproductions trade at significant discounts but show similar percentage appreciation. Proof marks, including Crown N and Crown B stamps, serve as critical authentication points, affecting values by 30 to 50%. Number 12. FN-57 Early Variants. FN Herstall introduced the 5.7 pistol in 1998, chambered in the proprietary 5.7 by 28 mm cartridge. Magazine capacity reaches 20 rounds. Barrel length measures 4.8 inches. Overall length spans 8.2 inches. Weight approximates 21 ounces, unloaded due to polymer frame construction. First-generation models featured distinctive styling and limited production numbers. Market data shows first-generation 5.7 pistols with serial numbers below FT 50000 achieving prices 35 to 45% above current production models. These early variants sell for $1,800 to $2,400 compared to $1,300 for standard current production examples. The discontinuation of certain variants, including models with adjustable sights, has created subcategories within the collecting community. Factory documentation and original packaging add 10 to 15% to base values. The specialized ammunition requirement and limited civilian adoption create a focused collector base, driving sustained value growth. Number 11. Ruger GP100. Stainless and early blued. Introduced the GP100 revolver in 1985. Standard chambering in 357 Magnum accommodates both Magnum and .38 special ammunition. Cylinder capacity holds 6 rounds. Barrel lengths range from 3 inches to 6 inches. The design features a triple locking cylinder and full-length underlug. Weight varies from 36 to 46 ounces, depending on barrel length and frame material. Early production GP100 revolvers, with serial numbers in the 170 prefix range, show appreciation of 28% since 2021. Stainless models in 4-inch barrel configuration, particularly those in unfired condition with original boxes, reach $850 to $1,200. Early blued models, produced in limited numbers before Ruger shifted focus to stainless production, command 20 to 30% premiums over standard stainless variants. The robust construction and accuracy capabilities maintain strong practical interest that supports collector demand. Number 10. Smith & Wesson Model 29. Smith & Wesson introduced the Model 29 inches 1955, chambered in .44 Magnum. The revolver features an in-frame construction with a 6-round cylinder. Barrel lengths included 4, 6.5, and 8.375 inches. Weight ranges from 47 to 51 ounces depending on barrel length. The 1971 film featuring Clint Eastwood created lasting cultural impact that drives collector interest. Pre-1982 Model 29 revolvers with pin barrels and recessed cylinder chambers achieve $1,500 to $3,200 depending on condition and barrel length. First-year production examples from 1955, 1956, identifiable by specific serial number ranges, command premiums of 60 to 100% over later production. The transition to pressed barrel installation in 1982 created a clear demarcation in collector preferences. Nickel-plated variants add 20 to 30% to base values. Original wooden presentation cases increase values by 15 to 25%. Number 9. Colt Single Action Army Peacemaker. Colt's manufacturing company began single-action army production in 1873, standard chambering in .45. Colt established the pattern, though production included numerous calibers. Barrel lengths ranged from 4.75 to 7.5 inches, with special orders extending to 12 inches. The single-action mechanism and fixed sights defined the design. First-generation production continued until 1941, spanning nearly 70 years. First-generation single-action Army revolvers with documented provenance achieved $5,500 to $45,000 at major auctions. Serial numbers below 200,000, representing pre-1900 production, command the highest premiums. Caliber variations, particularly in 44 to 40 and 38 to 40, show strong collector interest. Factory letters from Colt's archives add 15 to 30% to values by confirming original configurations. Second-generation models, produced from 1956 to 1974, have appreciated 34% over the past 5 years. Third-generation examples show more modest but consistent growth of 18 to 22%. Number 8. Colt 1911 Pre-Series 70. Colt's government model 1911 achieved military adoption in 1911, establishing specifications that defined semi-automatic pistol development. Chambering in .45 ACP. Feeding from a 7-round magazine, the design featured a single-action trigger and grip safety. Barrel length measures 5 inches. Overall length reaches 8.5 inches. Weight approximates 39 ounces unloaded. Military production examples from World War I and World War II, particularly those with documented unit histories, achieved $2,500 owe $8,500 at auction. Commercial production models from the 1,920 seconds through 1,960 seconds show consistent appreciation. Pre-Series 70 pistols, produced before 1970, feature specific manufacturing characteristics, including barrel bushings and lockwork that collectors prefer. Examples in original condition with matching serial numbers trade at $1,800 to $3,500. The introduction of the Series 70 firing pin safety system in 1983 created another collecting category. Colt factory letters confirming original configurations add 20 to 30% to base valuations. Number 7. Browning Buckmark Limited Editions. Browning introduced the Buckmark in 1985 as a .22 LR semi-automatic pistol designed for target shooting. The straight blowback design feeds from a 10-round magazine. Barrel lengths range from 5.5 to 7.25 inches depending on model. Weight varies from 28 to 34 ounces. Limited edition variants featured specialized finishes, grips, and sight configurations. Limited edition Buckmark models, particularly those commemorating specific events or produced in numbered series below 500 units, show appreciation of 32 to 45% over 5 years. Standard production models maintain stable values, but restricted variants command premiums of 40 to 70%. The gold target and medallion models, when found in unfired condition with original packaging, reach $800 to $1,400. The combination of precision manufacturing and limited availability in specific configurations drives collector interest beyond the pistol's practical shooting applications. Number 6. Walther WA-2000 and rare Walther models. Walther produced the WA-2000 sniper rifle in extremely limited numbers from 1982 to 1988, Total production reached fewer than 180 units worldwide. The bullpup design, chambered in .300 Winchester Magnum, or 7.62 by 51 millimeters NATO, represented cutting-edge precision engineering, semi-automatic operation, and specialized optical mounting systems define the platform. Market availability of WA-2000 rifles approaches zero in civilian channels. The few examples that reach auction achieve $75,000 to $150,000 depending on configuration and documentation. Other rare Walther models, including the OSP target pistol and limited production variants of the P5 series, show strong appreciation. The OSP, chambered in .22, short for rapid-fire competition, reaches $2,800 to $4,200 in excellent condition. Walther's reputation for precision and the extreme scarcity of certain models creates sustained upward pressure on values. Number 5. H&K P7 Series. Heckler & Koch introduced the P7 series in 1979, featuring a unique squeeze-cocker mechanism. The gas-retarded blowback operation reduced felt recoil in the 9mm chambering. Standard P7 M8 models held 8 rounds. P7 M13 variants increased capacity to 13 rounds. Barrel length measures 4.13 inches. Overall length reaches 6.73 inches. Weight approximates 29 ounces. Production ceased in 2008, immediately triggering value appreciation. Current market data shows P7 M8 models achieving $2,200 to $3,500 depending on condition and included accessories. P7 M13 variants command premiums of 20 to 30% above M8 models. Early production examples with German police markings reach $3,000 to $4,500. The combination of innovative engineering, limited production numbers, and discontinuation creates strong collector demand. Original factory boxes and documentation add 15 to 20% to values. Number 4. Mauser HSC pre-war and early post-war. Mauser developed the HSC in 1938 as a compact semi-automatic pistol. Chambering in .32 ACP became standard. Magazine capacity holds 8 rounds. The double-action trigger system represented advanced design for the era. Barrel length measures 3.4 inches. Overall length reaches 6.05 inches. Weight approximates 21 ounces. Pre-war production HSC pistols, identifiable by specific proof marks and serial number ranges, achieve $1,200 to $2,800 depending on condition. Early post-war production under French occupation, marked with specific factory codes, commands $900 to $1,800. The quality of machining and finishing on pre-war examples exceeds later production standards. Original factory finishes in blue or nickel, showing minimal wear, add substantial premiums. Matching serial numbers on frame, slide, and barrel represent critical factors in establishing top values. The compact dimensions and elegant styling maintain strong appeal among collectors of German firearms. Number 3. Vintage Smith & Wesson N-frames. Smith & Wesson's N-frame revolvers date to 1907 with the introduction of the 44 hand ejector. The large frame accommodates powerful Magnum cartridges including 44 Magnum, 41 Magnum, and 357 Magnum. Production from the 1,950 seconds through 1,970 seconds established quality standards that collectors recognize. Models include the 27, 28, 29, 57, and 58 designations. Pre-1982 Newton's frame revolvers with pin barrels and recessed cylinders show consistent appreciation. Model 27 revolvers in 357 Magnum, particularly those with 5-inch and 8.37 5-inch barrel lengths, reach $1,200 to $2,400. Model 28 Highway Patrol variants trade at slight discounts but show similar appreciation percentages. The nickel-plated Model 27 with presentation cases commands premiums of 30 to 50% over standard blue finishes. Factory documentation confirming original configurations adds 15 to 25% to values. The combination of hand-fitting, deep bluing, and accurate shooting characteristics distinguishes these revolvers from modern production. Number 2. Colt Python Pre 2005 Originals. Colt introduced the Python in 1955, establishing standards for revolver craftsmanship. Chambered in 357 Magnum, the design featured a ventilated rib and full underlug. Barrel lengths included 2.5, 4, 6, and 8 inches. The action received extensive hand fitting and polishing. Weight ranged from 38 to 48 ounces depending on barrel length. Original production Python revolvers, manufactured before production ceased in 2005, achieved $3,500 to $8,500 depending on condition, barrel length, and finish. The 2.5-inch barrel variant, produced in limited numbers, commands the highest premiums at $6,000 to $12,000. Royal blue finish examples in unfired condition reach the upper end of value ranges. Nickel-plated variants add 20 to 30% to base values. Colt resumed Python production in 2020, but collector focus remains on original production examples. The reputation for accuracy and the extensive hand-fitting required in original production drive sustained value appreciation of 45 to 60% over 5 years. Number 1. Early Colt 1911 and factory original Colts with provenance. The absolute pinnacle of handgun collecting centers on early Colt 1911 production examples with documented histories. Serial numbers below 10,000 represent the earliest military production from 1912-1913. Verified factory configurations, confirmed through Colt historical letters, establish authenticity. Military acceptance marks, unit assignments, and combat documentation multiply values exponentially. Auction records show pre-World War I Colt 1911 pistols achieving $15,000 to $75,000, depending on serial number, range, and condition. Pistols with serial numbers below 1,000 have reached six-figure sums at major auctions. World War I production examples with documented unit histories achieve $5,000 to $25,000. Commercial production from the 1920s, particularly in original condition with matching components, reaches $4,500 to $12,000. The combination of historical significance, limited surviving examples in original condition, and documentation drives values that exceed all other handgun categories. Factory letters add 20 to 40% to base values by confirming original specifications. Market analysis shows appreciation rates of 50 to 70% over 5 years for authenticated early examples. The firearms market responds to clear economic principles. Limited supply meets sustained demand. Historical significance compounds with mechanical excellence. These 20 handguns represent the intersection of these factors. The next 12 months will demonstrate whether current projections hold or exceed expectations.